getting set up right now to make the pin that's going to go on the gauge. So I've just got it, this is obviously way overkill, but I've got it set up in the whirligigger here, and I've just been tramming this thing in here, and it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind it now. And I'm not even really looking for a specific diameter. I want it to be about 5/8, so I'm just gonna grind it just enough to get everything cleaned up, and then we'll put a flat somewhere here in the middle, and that'll be just for a screw hole, just to attach it to the Bridgeport. Put a little flat on that that pin there, and I'm just going to drill and tap it. I think I'm just gonna go 1024. I'm just tapping by hand here. I started it in the drill press and trying to very carefully get to the bottom here. which I think I'm pretty close already here. I don't want to break it at this point. That's plenty of thread down in there now. I'm just set up right now with the gauge and the drill press here, and I'm putting in from the back side here, the opposite side of the V groove that we ground in there, just putting in a clearance and a countersink, or a counter bore for that 1024. Broken through now. Should be good. On this inside in the V groove here where we broke through, just cleaning off that burr with the stone. Now we'll see what happens. I decided to I put some 1024 holes in either end of this pin as well, so as if the gauge is assembled I could use them for locating some indicators. So what I'm trying to do is just pull the pin into the V so it's registered parallel to this surface here. I think we're good. Go try it out, see how it fits. So the plan is that I will use this in this orientation to check the attitude of the guiding way side of the knee. So at this stage what I'm trying to figure out is on the column side of the knee is upside down on the surface plate here. So what I'm using is the gauge
up against the cylindrical square, and what we're checking right now is the guiding way side. But you can see in that 12 inches there's about 3 thou a tip on the inside of the guiding way relative to the saddle ways right now are down upside down on the plate on some 1, 2, 3 blocks. So the way I've got the gauge set up right now, I'm checking the squareness of the column ways. Not sure if you can see that indicator. That's a tenths indicator. It's not even moving. So I'm very happy with how square it is in that direction. We just got to get the other direction now. This surface here, I've checked it a couple of times. It's this to the saddle ways is very square, but this here is running out about that 3 thou, and that's what we see when we have the knee on the column moving. So one of the things I wanted to do before I got going too far was verify, because I found some issues with the knee traveling, I wanted to verify the relationship between the top where the turret sits and the column flat ways. So what I've got set up here is a Camelback here, straight edge. I've got the large 24-inch square mounted on the bottom side of it, and what I'm going to check is how square in 90 degrees to the turret are the column ways. So what I've been using is the gauge I made for the knee, and I've just been running this up against the painted surface here on the side, so it's not really accurate other than in that direction, but this side here is ground up against the flat way, so I'm moving it about 12 inches up and down here. So that looks like it's, you know, kind of hard on this angle, but about 4 or 5 tenths there. That's a tenths indicator. That's about a half a thou in 12 inches, which is pretty good. So I'm not sure what's happening, but down in about the middle here it drops off a little bit more. I'm not sure what's going on with the square. I mean, that's a long way away from that turret datum at this point. I get about another half a thou down here, so total in 18 inches I'm about 1 thou. I'm slowing down and making sure I get an understanding of what's going on here before I go too much further. So at this point, with 18 inches of travel up against the square that I had here, and again this turret surface is I don't even know if it's ground, but anyway, we are 0 up here at the top, and it's not ideal, I don't think. I want to verify a few things, but it looks like the top of the column is out. After, you know, through 18 inches we have 1 thou change across that 18 inches. So, but ideally I think I would want to have the column tip back, or at least for sure I want the knee to be tipped back, so as it wears it will always want to wear this way. So I mean, this in itself isn't that extreme. I think that the book calls out for 1 thou, but I do want to make sure that the knee is sitting positive in the front.